still aboard Megan's ship?
Oh, we must be.
Feels odd.
You don't say? Maybe we're not used to living on the sea? Mind you, we did have the boat that we christened, so I guess that's probably not true. Whoa, door's blocked. Oh, whoa!
What is this place? Where am I?
Oh, I know what this is. This is the void.
I can feel something moving closer. Watching.
Okay, I don't like that, but... There he is.
Empress Emily Kaldwin.
The outsider.
I am a friend of your father's from the bad old days. I never expected us to meet. I watched your mother die at the hands of schemers who wanted your little empire. Then you were rescued by a man in a strange mask. I thought that was the end of the excitement. But someone yanked the rug from under your feet. You've lost your throne and your father. And I promise, Delilah won't just give them back. So, what are you prepared to do about it? Your Imperial Majesty? And are you clever enough to do it without spilling a river of blood? I asked Corvo those questions 15 years ago. This is the moment that changed him. Now it's your turn.
Oh, this is where we get the mark, or we go no powers. We definitely want the mark.
It burns from the inside. I feel like I'm standing at the edge of something.
Okay.
Stories. They're
Far reach. Press left mouse click rapidly, or to rapidly pull yourself towards the targeted surface. Primarily a means of locomotion, far reach is also useful for avoiding enemies. Aim the power at the ground or a structure in front of you to pull yourself forward rapidly. Or cast it at overhead ledges to pull yourself upwards. Far reach can be used to move through glass, breaking it. If the power is used in stealth mode, your movement ends without further forward momentum. The mana cost for using the power is low, so the recharging portion of the mana bar will allow you to far reach even when you have no elixirs. Oh, upgrading this power changes some of its basic functionality. Decelerate. If your falling time is slowed, pull objects. You can pull objects towards you and catch them in midair. Pull enemies towards you and kill or capacitate them in midair. That sounds great.
true.
So this is like Blink. Oh, nice.
Incredible.
Now we're talking.
This is how I'm going to save
Whoa.
my father and reclaim the throne.
What if I go here like this? Nothing. This would have been nice to have about 10 minutes ago. Grab the heart.
What is that? It feels familiar.
Oh yeah. Gift from the outsider. It's a gift, all right.
I know you. Do you remember? It's been so long, and you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself, it's good to know you're there.
Mother? You're here, but you're not here. In my hand, but somewhere else.
Only the last of my essence, with you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can.
Use the heart to locate runes and bone charms. Oh, I forgot about this. Equipping the heart in your left hand helps you locate bone charms or runes. The heart will begin to beat and glow when you are facing a bone charm or rune, and will beat faster as you get closer. It will whisper secrets if you press left mouse button at particular locations or while looking at a person. Okay, here we go. Lock rune.
There are no stars in the sky here. There is no sky.
That's fantastic. Okay, so here's how we switch between.
Who is Delilah really? How could she? I don't understand.
You shouldn't be here. No one should.
Is this the... maybe the assassin?
Three were empresses.
Here we go, it begins.
There's no one quite like Delilah. I watched her pull herself up from blood and filth until she was in a position to steal from the wisest scholars in the Empire.
I think she was one of the... was she one of the
Survival
witches?
and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes fawning sycophants of those around her, all of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game. She took all the abuse the world could deal out, and now she has a crown. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
Not surprised. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's from the Witches DLC.
When I was 10 years old, bored with my lessons, I dreamed about sword fighting and sailing the ocean. Now I'm realizing that the world is stranger than I ever imagined. Everything I know has been turned on its head, but I'm dealing with it the best I can. When you look at the great jeweled map at Dunwall Tower, Karnaca is the southernmost port in the Empire. A fat, red ruby. That's how I always thought of it. Up close, the city smells like the ocean and strange spices. Up close, it's a tangled story of blood and ambition. The birthplace of my father. Megan Foster is a stranger, but there's something that makes me want to trust her, despite her guarded disposition. She got me out of Dunwall, and I need answers. Delilah and the Duke made me look like a murderer, using the Crown Killer to butcher my political adversaries. They took what was mine, and I'm gonna get it back.
And the revenge tale begins. Okay, does this feel more like the boat and not so much the void, perhaps? I mean, certainly it looks better. Okay, now how do we access... how do we access this stuff? No bone charms to equip. Okay. Wait, what did that just say? By default, you can activate up to 5 bone charms at once in the bone charm section of the journal. Okay. So... was that all a tease? Letter from Emily. Wyman, by now you must have heard about the coup in Dunwall. Don't worry, I'm safe, hiding far away with friends. I implore you, don't try anything reckless and don't go back to Bristol. Stay in Morley. There's nothing you can do against Delilah. I can't say I have a solid plan yet, but you know how well I improvise in desperate situations. Remember the time I kept a straight face during the watch officer's report, all the while sitting at my desk without pants? If I survive that, I'll get through this. For now, I need to stay hidden and act alone. Trust me. We'll see each other again, I promise. Emily. A travel log. Okay, so... okay, this is in the menu, actually. Long day in Dunwall. We're starting a new year. Maybe 1852 will be less boring than 1851. I can't wait for Wyman to get back to Dunwall. We'll go to the abandoned mansion I discovered the other night at the edge of Rudshore. Maybe I'll have time to turn it into a scary haunted house beforehand, using sheets and hiding old audiograph upstairs. Wyman would love that. We'll get spooked and hold hands, screaming and laughing. Oh, come on, Emily. You promised to be more serious and to listen at court, and you're already planning your next escape. Let's start this diary again. She's writing this in court. Proposals for a new decree on whale oil rationing and distribution. All blank. The anniversary. It's that time of year again, the anniversary of my mother's death. There's no real time for reflection, though. It's all security protocols, menus, guest lists, and it's impossible to slip out at night. I feel like a caged bird. They've already got me memorizing this year's speech. It's endless. Would it be so terrible if I just said what I remember about her? That wink she gave me even as she was scolding me after I was caught climbing the statue of my grandfather? The sound of her footsteps as she paced at night? The time we shared a cabin on a boat trip to Driscoll? Or the time she agreed to let Corvo teach me to fish but then had to pull a hook from my arm? Now that would be a speech. And I agree. So I guess we're going to have these periodic entries. Now we have Edge of the World. Title is Dishonored. My father is lost, turned to stone by Delilah. Those words don't even seem real. Witchcraft, something I would never have believed possible. But now I have to believe in it, so I can believe that it can be undone. Delilah claims to be my aunt, the rightful heir. Truth or lies? All I know is that she used magic to take my throne, aided by that weasel Duke Abel. They must have been working on their plan for years, buying disloyalty with promises, and we saw that letter in that booth that explained that. Even Ramsey, captain of the city watch, planting in everyone's mind the idea that my father and I could be responsible for those monstrous killings, that one or both of us were the crown killer. I'm not in a trusting mood, but Megan Foster says she knows Anton Sokolov, our old royal physician, and she helped me escape the coup. So she's all I have right now. We're sailing for Serkonos. My Dunwall, my home, is no longer safe for me, but I never really was safe. I never really will be. The sooner I get that through my skull, the better. The Void. This time it wasn't a dream. I've read about the Void and the Outsider. I've imagined them. Now I've seen these wonders for myself. Strange doesn't begin to cover it. The Outsider has terrible eyes, black on black. He offered me something. I know these gifts come in with a price, but how could I refuse? This power might give me the edge I need to defeat Delilah and Duke Abel. I'll worry about paying the cost later. And what price will I pay for his other gift? My mother's beloved voice trapped in the strangest contraption. It is both comforting and chilling to be able to talk to her again, and yet it's not entirely the person I knew anymore. This thing, the heart, it's there and not there. I have to focus on a new way to even see it. We've arrived at the southernmost tip of the Empire. Strange fragrances all around, salt, fish, spice. I don't know how to blend in here. I don't know what to eat or where to go, but this is where my father was born. So part of me belongs here too. And these are my people. Or they were until my throne was stolen by Delilah. I'm coming for you, Delilah, with my new powers. All I need now is a plan. Okay, so still not sure how to equip them, but oh, hello. Limited resources. It's not what you're used to, living in a palace, but this is all the coin I could scrape up. Anton and I operated on a tight budget, and guess what? Now you do too. If it's not beneath you, pick up whatever valuables you find along your way. We'll need ammo and resources to take down the people behind the coup. Hidden all over the city, there are underground black market shops. Look for a symbol depicting two hands, which means there's a shop nearby. Follow the signs, they'll guide you. Buying from the black market is against the law, but it could make the difference against the Duke's military. Sokolov was working on the crossbow as a gift for you. If you need it modified, those shops can help with that as well. Okay. That's more like it. Now, if we can get like some tranquilizer darts, we'll be in business. Okay, optional, locate the black market shop. Definitely want to do that. Maintenance list. Repair the things that got busted up in Anton's room when he was taken. It's been weeks now. No, scratch that. Not until I bring him back home, as a show of faith that he will be coming back. Unblock the storage door. Looks like something fell on the other side, and I really need to sell the stuff locked up in there to make some coin. Pay the port tax and the look the other way fees to those Grand Guard bastards before they wonder who my passenger is this time. I'll do it when I get the money. Unblock the cabin door. Whoops. Oh, I guess we can grab the crossbow bolt back. That's cool. So we'll have to figure out a way. Maybe up above?
Must be cursed. Daft old man, this is some shit. Back to that city. What would we have done in the old days? All sharp metal and shadows, we'd say.
I'm gonna leave her be for a second while we explore the ship. We can go down below. That might be a way into the storage room. Let's check above first. Okay, well, we are cruising. Or are we? Are we moving? May as well take the Addermeyer solution. That's what replenishes our mana. Dreadful Whale Accounting. Out 32 coins for docking, ferrying cargo. New sextant, gave out coins. Chicken, potatoes, oil. Anton seasick pills. Matches, night ferry of cargo. Muttons, carrots, potatoes. Okay. Nothing too telling, really.
Dunwall seems so far away. I'll come back soon, Father. I promise.
Look at this. Oh, now that's a view.
The jewel of the South. My father's birthplace.
She's probably like, why are you ringing the goddamn bell? Okay, if we can't get in there above, as it seems, let's see if we can get there underneath. It's right above us from here. Trying to fix the secondary engine. Anton, your idea of improving the head gasket sealing with a guano coating is the worst you ever had. I'll make you sleep in the engine room if you don't fix your mess by tomorrow. Megan, if all inventors were as delicate and short-tempered as you are, you and I would still be paddling around in carved-out logs. Megan, I made some mulberry cake. It's my own recipe, improved by Tivian spices. I left it in the galley. Anton, where are you, old fool? I hope nobody hurt you. I found you. I swear I miss you. I don't see a way of getting in from down here. So maybe this is a place that we come back to. I don't suppose that we have like, oh no, it's here. How do I equip this? See, like, if we just do that, then we just shoot. So that's kind of interesting that we have the power, but... And we can upgrade it if we want. So decelerate or pull objects. Catch them midair. Includes corpses and unconscious bodies. Yeah, let's do this.
You're up. When you're ready to talk, I'll tell you what I know.
Okay. Maybe we just don't have access to use them on the ship or something?
We've been en route for 2 weeks. I
Whoa.
hope Sokolov is all right. Wherever he is.
I'm sure he is. So there's a bunch of books we can read if we want. A little bit of a workshop here. Hello. Sokolov's notes. Oh, these are probably bloodflies. I've wondered whether I have another book in me. The bloodfly epidemic, coupled with basic information on life cycle and behavior, might make an excellent project for this old natural philosopher. Bloodflies are exotic insects unlike anything else found in Serkonos. I suspect they originated on the Pandisian continent. In groups of 3 or fewer, they're harmless. Individuals won't attack, leading me to speculate that each emits a scent that has a collective effect on larger numbers of bloodflies. Bloodflies are attracted to rapid movement and sound. Their nests can be broken apart, scattering the swarm, and in particular, their nests are quite susceptible to fire. This is probably information we're going to need later. The insects require fresh corpses to lay their eggs, which hatch in breathtaking fashion after a very short time. More corpses in a Serkonan city, say during a crisis or plague, mean more bloodflies. Interestingly, in the last part of a bloodfly's life cycle, they calm a great deal. Leaving the swarm, they molt, causing the wings to drop off. Afterwards, each bloodfly lives a solitary existence. Very odd. Bloodflies are largely restricted to the south, preferring warmer climates, like certain aging natural philosophers. I don't know that we want to break that, so let's not.
Dearest Emily, or must I say,
I'll always miss my lessons with Anton Sokolov. He made so many clever devices during my mother's time.
concerns the murders happening across the Empire committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Bristol years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale.
Yeah, we've heard.
We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Whoa, what is that?
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
Wait, what? The hell is that about? I want to see... Do we have a way... Use power weapon, mouse 1. Quick access wheel, hold, mouse 3. Maybe that's it. Ah, there we go. And then I can map it there. Okay. And we'll put the heart in. I'm actually going to remove these so I don't accidentally trigger them. There is a rune around here. Okay, let's read his notes. Why can't an old man enjoy his last years in a warmer climate with good wines and spicy foods without stumbling onto another nest of aristocratic vipers eager to coil around the hearts of this empire? As I've learned more each week for months now, I found my mind turning over the movements beneath the surface here in Karnaca. Duke Luca Abel, and some inner circle that even seems to include Captain Mortimer Ramsey of the Dunwall City Watch, a betrayal that boggles the mind. How many others are involved? They aim their venom at our dear Empress, young Emily. That much is certain, but when will they strike and how? Do I dare spend another month gathering stray bits of esoteric information, linking it together with what we already know? Can we even afford another week? Or should Megan and I set out for Bristol tonight? Take this leaky tub up through the canal. Corvo will not hesitate. He will act as soon as I hand over what I know, and if I'm too hasty, it might be his undoing. Coming home to this native Serkonos without some critical piece of knowledge about this affair. And then there's the Crown Killer to worry about. If that fiend is part of Duke Abel's schemes, as I suspect, how long until the dreadful whale catches the Duke's eye? So he's onto it, as he mentioned. Let's read his reflection here. It's a lot of reading in this area. I hope you guys don't mind, but this really does flush out a lot about what's going on and who's involved. A colleague of mine owns a stunning map of the known world, adorned with curlicues and sea beasts. It has a cherished spot over her mantle. She paid handsomely for it and was so bristled when I enumerated the various errors. Chief among them, of course, the size and placement of the Pandisian continent. Oh, how cartographers are loath to show how small and distant our empire really is compared to that giant landmass, as if Pandisia were but a few days' journey from Iran. Every veteran ship captain knows that it takes months to reach those shores. I had no doubt that Pandisia was rich in resources, but a place must be understood if we ever hope to exploit its myriad treasures. These were my thoughts as I agreed to join the ill-fated expedition, and so it was on the 3rd day of the month of Earth, under calm gray skies, the great sea vessel Antonia Aquilo set sail with captain, crew, researchers, and myself, 38 of us in total, for what would be the most terrifying and spiritually draining experience of my life. Okay, so it looks like if I want to have any of these out, we have to have the knife out as well. There may be a way for me to control what we put in each hand, but I'll look into that a little bit later.
Why is this here? It's Delilah.
Yeah, and we
Todd started it just before he was taken. They've got history, but he wouldn't say more.
and it sounded like she became possessed or something. So, something to keep our eye on. Okay, that's locked. Let's head down here. I feel like we're not going to be able to access wherever this rune is for the time being. But maybe if we go out on the docks. Those are my quarters. Can we just jump in and then come back? Oh, cool. All right. Acquire new powers. Boom. Okay, so we've got an extra rune there. To unlock these, you can see the costs here. Dark Vision, Mesmerize, Summon a Void Spirit, Shadow Walk, Stealthier Time, or Stealthier Form. Domino, link humans together so they die or fall unconscious together. That's cool. That's so cool. And then just basic enhancements. Strength, vitality, reflexes, agility. Build up adrenaline. Bone charm crafting with some chance of corruption. And shadow kill. Turn unaware enemies to ash as they die. Guess maybe I shouldn't have read that underwater. Okay, do we have any more nearby? I don't think so. Rats, as always. I wonder if we can access the storage room from beside the ship, perhaps. Or under. That maybe sounds a bit weird, but it's worth a look. Not seeing it. We could try our power, see if we can grab anything through the door, but I don't think that we're going to be able to. Pull yourself. Okay, so pull objects. I'm not seeing any way in there yet, so unless we can break it. No. All right, let's talk to her.
right. You've explained part of it. But what were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaka, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn Corvo.
There were reports about tensions rising, corruption, street violence. I didn't give it much mind. Usually the local authorities resolve that sort of thing.
The new Duke has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck.
He
I
thought it
followed
was
as
you,
long as I could,
I think.
toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Just kind of building out a web here.
Addermeyer. All right. I'll get inside. The Crown Killer has to be eliminated, and if the alchemist will cooperate, maybe I can learn something about what happened to Sokolov. Wish me luck.
If you need my luck, Sokolov's as good as dead. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around.
Okay, so I think
We'll take
we
a
will
skip
be
to the
coming back
shore
to this
when
boat.
you're
Which means we can worry about that storage room at a later time. There's a couple of books here I'm going to read, and then we'll wrap up. But yeah, here we go. Blood of the Abel House, Chapter 4, Introduction. This chapter will focus on Aditya Abel, steward of the Calero. With swords in hand, she swept the marshes of raiders, sacrificing her life for Serkonos. We will provide newly uncovered insights into the exploits of Rubinos Abel, who built the ornate wooden bridges of Sagunto. Follow along as we map out the expansions occurring under the Abels, through which trade routes to the other isles were established, bringing riches to the nation-state. Even as waves of settlers continued to join Serkonos from Morley, the Abels balanced growth against Serkonan culture. In later chapters, we'll detail the times of Theodanis Abel, true son of Serkonos. Brave and benevolent, he united the East and West as no other before him. Even the rowdy people of Bastilian swore loyalty to him. One isle, one Serkonos, united under House Abel. Lastly, we will settle on Luca Abel, who rules today, partaking in feasts and merriments of all kinds, bringing joy to our fair isle. And then, the Shindari gift, a study. On the effect of the winds of the Karnakan landmass and resulting economic positions. Whale oil, liquid power. How astonishing that within those beasts inside the oil harvested along with their flesh was enough power to see the isles through these tumultuous years. And it all seems limitless. But now, the lights begin to dim. Our fisher folk say the great beasts are increasingly rare. Not all places will suffer this loss equally, fellow natural philosophers. Karnaka has a unique feature, the cleft in Shindari Peak, through which the winds are channeled and amplified. As whale oil begins to run short, with the cost of finding the remaining leviathans escalating beyond the worth of the oil itself, Karnaka will find itself ascendant among the isles. There we go. Okay, so we've learned a couple of things. We learned about how to equip some of these things a little bit quicker, and we learned that we can actually map our talents, so that's helpful. I will have to check to see if I can just have the just have these equipped without actually carrying the knife, but it's looking like that is not in fact going to be the case. So either way, that's not a huge deal, but I guess it's there so we can protect ourselves if need be. But yeah, let's take a break here, and when we come back, we will head out to this scriff, I guess, and start this next mission. So should be good. Wish me luck, guys. We will see you next time. Where is it? There it is. Okay, take care. Bye.